Get ready for your daily dose of WordPress and web development tips, tricks, and insights to help you find success with WordPress. You're listening to WP the Podcast with your hosts, David Blackman and Tim Streifler.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of WP the Podcast. I'm David Blackman.
And I'm Tim Streifler.
Today, Tim and I are going to talk about one of the most important things that you can still do for your business, even in 2022, and that's capture emails. And we're going to discuss specifically how to build an email list on your WordPress website.
Yeah, and I as David mentioned, this is super important, but in this episode, we're talking about the tech side of things, of how to capture emails, build an email list on your WordPress website. We're not talking strategy and methods and everything that goes into email marketing.
Yeah,
because that
absolutely.
We could break up into 100 different episodes because there's so much to it.
Right.
But the tech is how you can get started.
As a matter of fact, we are in a course, Tim.
That's been on our list for a while, so do an email marketing course. So let us know if you're interested in that, because if we get a lot of interest, then we'll be more likely to do it sooner than later. You want to go first, Dave, or do you want me to jump in?
Well, no. I mean, I can start off first, and I'll let you kind of ramble on the last two and stuff, and I'll just jump in from there. So the first thing that, how you can build an email list on your WordPress website is through form plugins. Form plugins, every website has a form, contact form, some type of form, and you're probably using a form plugin. Well, you can multi-purpose use these form plugins to build email lists as well, such as Gravity Forms, Forminator, WP Forms, Ninja Forms. All of these are great tools you're probably already using one of these on your website to use to generate an email list. And the benefit of, and the beautiful part is, these things all tie in and integrate with just about every, if not every, email marketing platform out there, which kind of segues into number two.
Yeah, absolutely. So no matter what email marketing platform you're using, whether it's MailChimp, which is by far the market leader, or ConvertKit, GetResponse, ActiveCampaign. Yeah. So no matter which one you're using, pretty much all of them will have a way to capture emails on a WordPress website. So they'll all have documentation, which will tell you how to do it. Some might point you to a plugin. So some might have their own specific, like MailChimp plugin or ActiveCampaign WordPress plugin that's free. Or they'll have a embed where within the platform you build a opt-in form, and then you click a button and it'll give you some embed code, and then you can just drop it into your website via a code module if you're using a page builder, that sort of thing, and then you can capture emails that way. So those are typically, from what I've seen, is they'll have one or the other or both. And so sometimes the email marketing platform plugins have really poor ratings because they're not maintained and stuff like that. So even if they have it, you might want to opt in, or you might want to choose the drop-in embed code method over that. Or, as David mentioned, the form plugins are a really way to go, because those are always going to be the most robust solution that give you the most control. That's what I use on my websites.
I do want, before you dive off into the next one, Tim, I do want to add on to what you're with the email marketing platforms and the form plugins and stuff, because this is one of the things that we do and stuff. They're very powerful. One thing that I think is important when you're building out these types of user acquisition and email lists and stuff is a lot of these will allow you to tag, group, do a lot of things on your website that puts it into it organizes it into your email marketing campaign and stuff, whether that's through APIs or, like Tim said, a plugin that they may have and stuff. So it's a really, really powerful thing to do, and you should be doing it and stuff. So don't miss out on just thinking you got to put the form, connect it, and dump it into a list. You're going to be futurize your business and stuff, because you're going to want to be tagging these, because you may want to set up like sequences and stuff like that, which that's more on the email marketing stuff, Tim. I'm sorry. So go.
Yeah, no, that's a great thing to point out, David. And that's what I do. So, for example, I use Gravity Forms to obtain emails. I have it connected to MailChimp. And then I tell Gravity Forms to tag the email subscriber with whatever campaign it is. So, for example, if I have a Gravity Form that's collecting email addresses in order to give someone a freebie, well, then I'll have a tag that gets added to their email subscriber account in MailChimp that says that they downloaded this specific freebie. So then if I wanted to go and do an email in MailChimp and email everyone who downloaded that freebie all at once to recommend another freebie, I can do that because Gravity Forms has tagged that subscriber. So thanks for pointing that out. And then also that leads into the third one. The way I do it is I use a pop-up. So for example, if I have a blog post or something saying like, hey, we have this new freebie, you can get it here. Well, then you click a button and it opens up a pop-up using Divi Overlays, which full disclosure is my plugin. And then within Divi Overlays is a Gravity Form that's going to collect their email, send it to MailChimp, as well as send them the download. So that's what I do. So pop-ups can be a really great, useful way to build an email list. So the way I like to do it best is to not interrupt the user, but entice them and get them to click on something, which then does a pop-up that will give them everything, so rather than going to a different page or whatever. But you can also, using tools like Bloom by Elegant Themes or again, Divi Overlays, or there's a lot of other pop-up solutions out there, you can do timed delay pop-ups, which if they've been on your site a certain amount of time, you can have a little pop-up that appears that says, hey, grab this freebie, or hey, if you like this blog post, subscribe and you'll get more tutorials like this in your email inbox. And so pop-ups can be a really effective way to build your email list. However, you have to do so very carefully. You don't want to annoy users with a ton of pop-ups. You have to do it very tastefully in order for it to be effective.
Tim. Good word, tastefully.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as I said when we started this off, 2022, email is still huge. It's still our number one, driving force of sales for us. So, email's not going anywhere, so don't be afraid to collect those emails, and you should be. Tomorrow we've got another great topic, how to get an e-commerce store online fast with WordPress. Tim, until tomorrow, we'll see you then.
Take care. Bye-bye.
We've come to the end of today's episode of WP the Podcast. Join us tomorrow for more daily tips and strategies designed to help you run your WordPress business toward success. Remember to subscribe to WP the Podcast so you can stay up to date with each episode. And don't forget to rate and review us. We'll see you again tomorrow right here on WP the Podcast.